The Senate is set to vote today on a Democrat-backed bill to reopen the government. Republicans have opposed that version of the appropriations bill, which includes an extension of health care provisions. Now, if that vote fails, the Senate's then expected to vote again on a Republican-backed bill that already passed the House, but that Senate Democrats have opposed. Meanwhile, millions of federal workers are in limbo, and lawmakers expect the nutritional program WIC will run out of funding as soon as this week. The shutdown also means more disruption for the Education Department. The department already lost half of its employees after President Trump ordered it to be shut down in March. Now, millions of students at public schools across the country are feeling the effects of that shutdown. Executive Director and CEO of the National School Boards Association, Verjeana McCotter-Jacobs, has more on this. Verjeana, thanks for coming on. So paint the picture for us. How is this shutdown impacting public schools right now?
Well, thank you for having us. First of all, I would say that programs like Title I, which serves our students in poverty, IDEA, which serves our special needs students, of course, school meals, and Head Start are those that we are most concerned about. The good news is that funding has reached the local school districts, and our understanding is that for Head Start, that will last at least till December. But realistically, we want the government shutdown to end because, as you know, it's kind of like a fuel light on your car. You know it's going to go out at some point. So, we want families and school districts to not have that level of uncertainty.
You say delays in federal reimbursements strain school district budgets. How so, and how long can these schools go without the reimbursements?
Well, absolutely. Most funding does come from local and state funding. However, that federal piece is really critical to school districts when they need those supports, particularly their conversations and their connections with the Department of Ed, as well as the funding, as I said, for the students who have the greatest need often comes from federal funding. And so it starts to hit the classroom when that funding is not there. It forces school boards working with their superintendents to come up with contingency plans and try to figure out what happens if that funding is not there. And certainly we don't want to be in a position where local school districts are trying to determine where they're going to provide funds for these students who again, have the greatest need.
So what do you think schools and families should be doing right now to try to cope with this?
Good question. Families definitely attend your school board meetings, stay in tune with what's happening at the local level, but by all means, advocate with us. We certainly will be advocating with Congress to get the government back open. And we ask families to do the same thing. Contact your elected official and let them know the impact that is having on your family. And so we think that as families continue to do that and working with school boards, that's going to have the most impact and effect as we continue to monitor this process and see what happens.
So what's your message to the lawmakers at a stalemate over the shutdown right now?
Get the government back open. We want the Republicans and Democrats to work together, open the government. Families are feeling the pinch. Those who work in the federal government, obviously that's going to impact them, their families in general. So if you add that to what's happening at the school level, that could cause undue stress for families. It's already doing that. So that's our message. We want the Republicans and Democrats to do what the American people want them to do, which is get the government back open and function accordingly.
All right, Executive Director and CEO of the National School Boards Association, Verjeana McCotter-Jacobs, we appreciate it. Thank you.